we're going to top stitch the facing edge, and I've already prepared this by pressing back the outer edge 1/4 of an inch, and I used this pressing template. I took off the 1/2 inch seam allowance here, and I took off the 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch seam allowance down here, and I can lay it like this, put it right underneath the seam allowance and fold it back and iron against the edge here. It makes it real easy for a nice curved line with no points. And then you can take the same one, even though it's not the exact same curve, it works pretty nicely right here too, to do the front. So it's a pressing template. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to edge stitch our facing before we put it in. It makes it easier. Going slower around the curve parts. And as I get to the facing shoulder, I have already pressed the shoulder seams forward for the facing. And one other little trick that I did was I trimmed that little corner. So as I'm going over this corner here, I'll have less bulk. It's a lot of seam allowance there, so we got rid of a little bit hiding underneath that seam allowance corner. So we're right here at the shoulder. I have that seam allowance going forward towards the forward part, towards the hem there. And I have trimmed that corner. This is a little challenging on that last shoulder, so I'm going to help it get through with a little assist. And continue with my edge stitch down to the bottom of the facing. We'll be tucking this in, so the back stitch isn't super important, but yeah, it's nice to not have things fall apart. So we did the edge stitch. Looks good. We'll trim our threads. And now this facing is ready to go ahead and set into the neckline.